I'm not cutting, I'm just asking. Let me tell you something, all right? We have been sitting around here for over an hour, and when I look around, all I see are people shooting the bull and drinking coffee.
How can I help you?
Oh, he was first.
No, you go ahead. I think I want to hear this.
Me too.
You're right.
Excuse me? You're right? How'd those words taste coming out of your mouth?
Like vinegar. Who is that, SJ?
Big Mike. He goes to high school here.
What is he wearing? It's below freezing. Do you have any place to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me. Was this a bad idea?
What's the big deal? It's just for one night. It is just for one night, right, Leanne?
Tell me just one thing I should know about you.
I don't like to be called Big Mike.
Leanne, is this another one of your charities?
I need to find out more about his past.
He's been enrolled in 7 different institutions. His grade point average begins with 0.
He needs to do better in school.
I'd love to work with him.
This is mine?
Yes, sir.
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
Michael's grades have improved enough that he can go out for spring football.
How's he doing?
Haven't quite gotten the hang of it yet.
It's all real nice what you're doing, but don't be surprised if one day you wake up and he gone.
I heard you got you a new mama now. She's fine, too.
Michael was here.
Tell him to sleep with one eye open.
You threatened my son. You threatened me.
Sandra Bullock.
We're in the middle of practice, Leanne.
You can thank me later. This team is your family, Michael. You have to protect them. Tony here's your quarterback. You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me.
Yes, ma'am.
SJ, you're gonna want to get this.
Mike's the best left tackle I've seen in years.
You're changing that boy's life. No, he's changing mine.
The Blind Side.
I said you could thank me later. It's later, Bert.
Hello everyone, I'm Fatin Atika with metric number 282936. We'll give a review about a movie called The Blind Side that was released on the 2009. The Blind Side is a film based on a true story of the life struggle of an American football offensive lineman, Michael Owl. There are gonna be 5 overview plot of this movie that include exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. The first plot for the exposition of this movie is the movie starts with 17 years old Michael Owl talking to a National Collegiate Athletic Association NCAA investigator. Then the flashback happens afterwards. Michael is admitted to the Wingate Christian School with the help of Coach Bert Cotton as he is impressed with Michael's size and athleticism. That is where he started to be friends with SJ Tui. The next plot, Rising Action, explained that on the cold night, the Tui family takes Michael home, and starting from that, he lives with the Tuis. With Michael's protective instinct and Leanne's help, he starts to play well for his football team until many universities want Michael to play on their teams. Climax part shows that Michael is being investigated by Officer Granger as she thinks that Tuis and Misu are forcing him to choose the Ole Miss University. She keeps on She keeps on questioning him until his mind gets distracted and he's having conflict with Leanne.
Hi, my name is Shajunidi bin Sharzwan. My metric number is 283005. Okay, the falling part in this movie is when the part after thinking and questioning end on the matter of Michael. Michael realized that Tohei are now his family and tell the Granger that the reason for him to choose Ole Miss is because the Tohei family, and it is his own decision to go there. The last part of the plot, resolution explained that Tohei family sends Michael to his new university. SJ is leading the football player onto the game field with Michael before all local games. Next part, I will introduce the main character in this movie, Michael O'Hare, or known as a Big Mike. He is homeless and a poor teenager who has taken by Tohei family. Big Mike is a very protective person, where he had 98 percentile of the protective instinct in his aptitude test. But last but not least, he makes his high school football team win against the Lion teams in the championship. That make him get the attention from various famous football to have him as their player. Leanne Tohei is one of the main character in the movie. She is the wife of Sean Tohei and mother of Colin and SJ. She is very kind because she saved Michael from his life on the street. She used Michael's protective instinct to make him understand what is his role in the football team until he play well and be useful to his team, which make him have an opportunity to get a scholarship at the university.
This movie takes various places. One of it is Hurt Village, Memphis, Tennessee, the place where Leanne visits Michael's biological mom to ask her for her permission to be Michael's legal guardian. Second setting takes place at Wingate Christian School. This is where the place that Michael and the Twist kids go to school. SJ meets Michael here. The third place is rich rural area, Memphis, Tennessee. This place is where the Twist family and Michael live together.
Time setting in this movie includes summertime. This is the time when Michael had his first football training with his team. Second time setting is during the winter night, the time when the Tohei spot Michael walking alone, shivering in the cold, when Leanne offer Michael to stay at her home. Last but not least, it is during the night time where the time when Michael is playing his first game with his football team during high school and they win the game.
The memorable scene that I choose is the excessive blocking during the spring football match, where Michael drives a defender off the field, over the fence and into the stands. Then he says that he's taking him to the bus because it is time for him to go home.
Go! Cut back, Roger Morgan.
Sorry, Coach. I stopped when I heard the whistle.
Where were you taking him, Mike?
To the bus. It was time for him to go home.
Attaboy, Michael. Attaboy! Go get him! Go get him, Crusader!
overall opinion, I like this movie and I would like rate it 4/5, and I will recommend this movie because the storyline is very interesting, which is inspiring and heartfelt. I also love how the character developed in this movie. It is also great. Aside from that, there are a lot of moral value and quite we can get from this movie. That's all from me, and I hope you all watch this movie. Thank you.